The web interface we saw at the local host with port 5000 is a read-only interface. To configure multiple software components inside TradingBoat Docker, we can use environment variables that can be found in the provided materials. There are dozens of environment variables available for fine-tuning Flask, Redis, tbot, TWS, and messaging apps, as you can see on the screen. For example, the .env file could be used to control the Docker file in the previous Docker session. To change environmental variables in the .env file, you need to restart containers using specific commands. However, it's important to have a method for adjusting individual apps without having to restart the container. In this session, we'll discuss a specialized tmux tool named tbottmux, which can be found in the tbot.apps repository, as shown in the image below. Delving deeper into the topic, let's start by talking about the benefits of using tbottmux. Tmux is a tool that lets you use multiple terminal windows at the same time. tbottmux is a program that makes a special session called tbot, using the Python library called libtmux. With tbottmux, you can start and stop applications without having to restart containers. When you launch an application using tmux, it runs inside a tmux session that stays open, even if you log out or disconnect from the terminal. With tbottmux, you can switch between different applications easily, like tbot, ngrok, and tvwb, all in one session. You can also use it to set up automatic tasks using the cron or systemd daemons. And lastly, tbottmux has a feature that lets you see what your application is doing, in real time on the screen. Now, let's see a demo and take a look at the Docker we started earlier. Please take a look at your screen. If you type docker ps, you will see a list of containers that are currently running. You should see 3 containers running. To make the output of the command easier to read, you can use an option to only show the names of the running containers. If you don't see any containers, please watch our previous videos about starting Docker again. We will enter the container to control individual applications. To access the container called tbot on TradingBoat, use this command to open a terminal inside the container. You're now inside a container named tbot on TradingBoat. The Docker already has a built-in tool called tbottmux, which created a unique tmux session called tbot. To locate the tbot session, execute the command displayed on the screen. Now you've found the tmux session created for this container. To connect to the specific tbot session, execute the command displayed on the screen. This command will allow you to attach to the specific tmux session that is already running in the background. Now you are inside the tmux session. There are 2 windows open that run 2 different applications. You can see their IDs on the green title at the bottom. The ID, 1 is for the Flask tvwb application and the 2 is for the tbot application. To switch to the ID, 1 Flask application, execute the command displayed on the screen. The Flask provides a user-friendly web interface, which we have seen earlier. When the Flask application receives alert messages from TradingView, it will display the received alert message on the screen. Take a look at the screen. Let's switch to the ID2 tbot application following the command displayed on the screen. The tbot application decodes messages from TradingView and places orders into interactive brokers. The Flask application gets all the data from this application. tbot is the most important application. Let's stop that tbot application. I will show you how to change log level using environmental variables. To stop the tbot application, press Ctrl+C. We need to create the .env file to overwrite or create the environment variables. Let's copy the following 2 lines from the screen. And then copy the .env file into the home directory or /home/tbot/.env. If you feel like this step is too fast, don't worry. You can always refer to the provided materials for a step-by-step guide. Or you can pause the screen and take a moment to catch up. After copying the env file, you can restart the tbot application by following the command displayed on the screen. Once the application has restarted, you should see various logging messages at different levels on the screen. If you need more detailed instructions, please refer to the provided materials. In summary, this video discussed the use of environment variables, and tools like DotEnv and tbottmux, to configure and control multiple software components, within the TradingBoat Docker environment. The advantages of using tbottmux include persistence, flexibility, and real-time debugging capabilities, making it a valuable tool for managing individual applications without restarting containers.